Lemonada.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
I don't know why cell phone bills are so expensive. Like, we all need a cell phone. We all need the internet. We all need text. We all need to send emails. Nothing will send me into a frenzy quicker than when I get the monthly text from my cell phone provider and they're like, by the way, we upcharged you because you did this one thing. It should be cheaper. And you should stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. These are not rules of the universe. This is not physics. Cell phone companies just charge you what they want because they can get away with it. Well, Mint Mobile exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Get up on that 5G network. Bring your own phone and your number. Activate with the eSIM in minutes and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts. Ditch that old overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I love Mint Mobile and I have suggested it to many family members because we should all be paying less for our wireless. If you like money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Iliza. That's mintmobile.com/Iliza. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. The older I get, the more I realize that it's actually the life that was lived before mine that has helped shape mine. I'm talking about my mom's. You know, you grow up with all of these stories that, of course, you hear on repeat from your parents, whether they're warnings or stories with morals or just something cool that happened to them once. And the sad truth is you're going to miss these stories when your parents are gone. Well, since most Mother's Day gifts are about one moment, right? Receiving one thing, Storyworth does so much more. It's about many moments. Storyworth gives your mom a year-long experience. It sends her prompts where she can write to you about her life. And in the end, it gives you a family book filled with these stories that only your mom can tell. Each week, Storyworth sends her a question about her life, and she responds how she wants, writing back over email or web, voice recording, or they have a guided phone call. No apps, no logins, no tech hassle. You get each story she tells. You can even help pick the questions. Families have been using Storyworth to create over 1 million books, and more than 50,000 five-star reviewers agree. It will be a treasure your family will love. I love reading my mom's Storyworth emails, and I love knowing that I will have these stories in writing forever. It makes me emotional. And new this year is Storyworth's Unlimited plan. Buy it once and you'll be able to give Storyworth memoirs to friends and family all year. Because your mom means a lot to a lot of people. Storyworth doesn't just work for mom. You can send it to your dad, your grandparents. Anyone that you love has a story worth sharing. This year, give your mom a gift that helps her reflect on her life with fresh perspective and gives your whole family the gift of her stories. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th. Order right now and save up to $20 at storyworth.com/dive. Save up to $20 at storyworth.com/dive. Storyworth.com/dive. Dive right into those stories.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer. The answer. You ask me. I'll tell you anything.
You guys, this is coming to you on May 6th, which means, what does that mean?
I don't know. It's almost Mother's Day. Be nice to your mothers.
Be nice to your mothers. It's May 6th, which means Slow Sunday has already launched.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is, as we're recording it, all right.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, here's my thing. Calendars, when you look at like your Google Calendar,
Yes.
Monday should be justified to the left. It should go
Why
Monday.
does it start on Sunday? I feel the same.
It's a weird biblical grip that
It's not-
Christianity has on the calendar industry.
Nobody thinks about their week as a bookend of weekend days.
No.
Nobody.
And I know like time is a construct and really dumb people who think they're smart love to say that. But without understanding like metaphysics at all. Sunday, if in the Bible on the seventh day God rested, that means the seventh day was a Sunday, which means he rested from all the work that he did, thus capping it. So you should start on Monday, Your Honor.
Okay, now I'm looking just to see if there's like some obvious reason. Due to a combination of Judeo-Christian religious traditions, no.
See?
Ancient Roman traditions, no.
It's something that all Jews and Christians can come together on agreeing is that the week is done Sunday.
They're saying Saturday is the seventh day, Sabbath, making Sunday the first day of the new week.
Oh.
Then early Christians moved their day of worship to Sunday because that was when Jesus was resurrected. It would be very funny.
Enough.
I thought I was going to say because the Jews were having a good time on Saturday, the Christians were like, we actually do it Sunday now.
Tell you what, they probably did. But also, I really thought I had it. I just, with my answer, I was like, and the internet's always like, here's why you're wrong. And then I just got my ass handed to me. Okay, but you're resting on Sunday. So Monday is the beginning. No one rests to begin, although that's very like self-care-y.
Aren't you resting Saturday? When do you rest?
It doesn't fucking matter what happened 2,000 years ago. What matters is that the work week starts Monday, and so should my calendar. I should not, all the time, you're like, let me put this in. Oops, I put it in for Sunday, not Monday. On the left-hand side, if we're going left to right, should be Monday.
You know what? My it's not my bon one cob because it turned out fine. But what could have been is my psychiatrist put in our appointment for 11:30 p.m. And it's just those calendar things where I was just like, I noticed this morning and was like, well, now we're not going to get to meet. She's not going to get to refill my meds and I'm going to die here.
That's the other thing. The amount of times you put in the time for something and it just like flicks up to AM or PM. The amount of times I wake up like, did I set my alarm for the wrong AM or PM? And it happens. And I can't believe there's not a built-in AI that's like, hey, you wrote down a workout for 4 AM. Is that what you meant, Mark Wahlberg? Or are you a regular person? Like, hey, you have the Zoom call set for 1 AM on Saturday night. I know that you're resting. Did you mean 1 PM? So
yeah,
once again, AI getting to only do the fun stuff, not actually helping.
No, it's not helping.
Well, we've got your questions, and I would like to do another Be Our Guest coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, our Cozy Coffee Corner is popping off.
It is popping off.
I'm excited about that. By the time you hear this, I will have DJ'd my first set in Las Vegas, and not that any of you are invited, but I will be DJing my own official Netflix is a Joke after party for my requisite show here at the Pledge Your Allegiance Netflix is a Joke Festival.
Wait, what venue is your show going to be at? Have they announced it?
My shows, I just chose the lightest lift, which is like an Iliza and Friends. And I will tell you later who's going to be on that. But it's going to be some big fun surprises, some big hot fun surprises.
Hot, okay.
Some good looking people in this lineup.
Okay, that's what's most important. In comedy.
In comedy, as of late, it's how do you look? How does it look?
I'm seeing the comedy community for some reason is all I see on Threads, and they're all mad about various non-comedians who are being given Netflix as a joke full theater shows.
There's no more rules.
It's like you sell tickets.
Or they don't. Like, who knows? The audience dictates. There's no more the comedy rules of yesteryear. We are living, as my father-in-law told me, in a post-morality world. Get done what you need to get done. Who cares? Which is why it's the perfect time for me to start DJing. Because I feel like some people are like, oh, how's that going? I'm like, I'm going to fucking lean into this. And I will see you at Electric Daisy. And you can laugh then when I'm playing a porta potty on a side venue behind a gate across the street.
I saw the saddest thing, which is outside my neighborhood, a porta potty that's been there for a little bit because they've been doing work on the railroad on its side.
Does you feel like that sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a porta potty outside because you're just thinking, what's things sloshed around in there for sure. Who's going to write it? Who's going to clean it? I think you just throw that one out. Throw that porta potty out. There's no way. I don't think there's been a dry porta potty unless it just came off the factory line. It's not dry.
I don't know. I just feel like they have industrial cleaners. I don't think they just clean the toilets. I think they probably scrub the whole thing before they rent it back out. Ask Andy Gump.
You know what? Actually, a porta potty, you could probably just open the door and hose the whole thing down. You know what?
I think of it all as like one piece of plastic. if I
That's
had my
true.
own. That's how you make your money. You take an industry that nobody wants to deal with and you make your name synonymous. And like, you might laugh like, oh, your last name's Gump, you're Andy Gump. It's like, guess what? I made $3 trillion dealing with your shit last year. I'll wave to you from my yacht.
Yes, those products that people come up with. Is that what the joy is about? I mean, not an embarrassing product, but she came up with like a mop or something, and it's like you come up with something that people use every day. Ugh.
No, it's not even about using. It's about that people don't want to deal with.
That too. Yes.
What show was it where it's like they found out like their family money came from urinal cakes?
I don't know, but
like whatever, get paid.
I don't really understand why. Why don't I get a cake?
Because it's filled with chemicals and men's piss. What do you mean?
I'm not a used one. I mean, why isn't there
I thought
one
you
in the
meant, like, for your
women's bathroom?
Because we don't aim. Because you can't see what you're doing.
Oh, but isn't it just for smell?
Yeah, because men splash and there's pee everywhere and they're just like jizzing all over and bleeding. Not women. We don't bleed. I don't know why I said jizz. Let's move on.
Why'd you say bleed?
I feel like there's I feel like aggressive things happen in men's rooms. I feel like blowjobs can get weird. I feel like men are just like, they're taking dumps. They're splattering it on the walls. They're peeing everywhere. And women, it just kind of goes in the bowl and you cry and then you leave.
Did you ever have like a secret dumper anywhere you worked or anything? Like in my dorm in college, they're like, somebody keeps smearing poops where they shouldn't. You're always like, what? That person if they find them, they need to go to jail.
I think that is illegal.
I mean, but that like precog style, like that's like killing an animal as a child. Like, you're a serial killer. We're putting you in jail. You haven't done a murder.
You're touching your poop for any reason other than to put it in a bag and take it to the doctor like me.
Jail.
Last summer. You gotta just be removed from society. Don't touch it. I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. This is a little TMI, but it's not anything that like no woman hasn't dealt with. I had to change a tampon. And so I go into my bathroom. We have the bathroom and then we have the door to like just the actual toilet in our bathroom. Like it's like an extra private thing.
Yes.
So I sit down, quick change, and Sierra comes in and I don't want her to see. Like I'd have to explain. It's just, you don't need to see it.
No.
Yeah, she'll sit with me if I'm peeing, whatever. So I close the door and I put my foot against the door and I hear her little like kitten heels that she wears, like, and then she just starts shaking the door and she goes, Mommy. And I was like, Sierra, give me a minute. She goes, the door's stuck. I was like, it's not stuck. You can't come in. And she's like,
Mommy, I can't get in.
So I'm like trying, my hand like in my vagina. I'm trying to like change this tampon. I change it. I move my foot out and she like falls in like Kramer. She goes, Mommy, I couldn't open the door. I was like, I know. And then she looks at me. I'm sitting on the toilet and she goes, do you need privacy? And I go, that would be nice. And she goes, okay. So she scoots her body into the bathroom stall, closes it, and sits on the trash can in the corner and just stares at me. And I was like, oh my God, you sweet girl. You think privacy just means shutting any door.
Privacy
like,
from other people, not from her.
Right. She just like, you didn't realize that privacy means like being alone and like it excludes others. She was like, great, you should have privacy. I'll just sit right here and stare at you. It just like never occurred to her that she wouldn't be welcome and that she shouldn't be right there.
No,
Mommy.
She's exempt from that. That's so sweet.
Mommy, the door is stuck.
But like the fact that you even had to like you bury your foot against it because you knew she was gonna slam in otherwise.
Blowing her body like I can't get in, Mommy. Something's happened. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Mommy.
How dare. And where's Tianfu while this is happening? Is she also in the bathroom?
Barricade herself in the closet. I keep all my t-shirts because I wear I love t-shirts. I have all my black t-shirts, which I need to change this out on the bottom row, but because the dog sleeps under them, all of my black t-shirts just have a belt, like a lower third of white hair, and I have to wipe them all off using that Christmas present you gave me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she loves to go in and curl up.
She's all scrolled up. Late at night, I re-Googled for the 15th time this year Tibetan Spaniels. And once you understand your dog's breed, you have a little bit more patience for their behaviors. Like once I learned that like this type of dog was bred to alert people as to like incoming strangers, I'm like, okay, it's a bit much at 3 a.m. if you hear a bird, but you are doing your job.
But I like that in terms of how you relate to your own dog. I never want to hear from it. Like my mom constantly is like, well, Spice is a terrier, so that's why. I'm like, Spice is 13 and insane. Like, I don't, yeah, okay,
No.
she's a terrier. I adore her, but I'm just like, we don't need to keep making excuses for her. She's a dog.
I don't like that name. It's not a cute name. It's a weird.
Well, her
No.
brother was named Pumpkin, so
Nobody-
at least we didn't get Pumpkin.
That's so dumb. You know they're going to be separated.
Maybe that's the way they try to bully you into taking them both together. You're really going to take just Pumpkin and not Spice? You're
not going to complete the meal.
No.
That's what you should do. You should sell dogs and be like, do you want to complete your Happy Meal with this dog beverage? With a Diet Coke.
Iliza, what if we launch an adoption organization where it's like kittens or puppies, something small, but we put them in little boxes. You don't know what you're going to get. And there's one rare one and it's a different color. Like it's like 6 like Labubus and stuff. What if you don't know what you're going to get? No, because then people would just return it.
Yeah, well, we won't lose any money.
But what would the rare one be?
Oh, I thought you meant rare, like it looks rare, like a hairless pink puppy.
100%. Like it looks different. Like there's like 5 little tuxedo kittens and 1 calico.
No,
you know
I thought
mean?
you meant rare, like rare meat. Like in my mind, it was a bunch of like labradoodles that would look like chicken nuggets, and then a rare, and then like skinless, like a hamster when they're born, how they're pink. Like in my mind, it was like what
hairless cat.
Let's move on. Everyone's gonna get rid of that one.
No, it's the rare one.
Do you and I live together in this scenario?
No, this is our business we go to every morning and we unlock it and we talk about our lives and we open up the shop and
that's your sitcom. It's, you know what we are? We are the 2 girls from Fleabag before the one friend who had the guinea pigs dies.
I was thinking Gilmore Girls and I'm Melissa McCarthy and I'm there like in the kitchen and you come by sometimes in really short shorts and are like, how's the business going? Okay, bye.
I'm going to tell you something right now that's going to make your head explode.
You've never seen.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
I mean, you know what? It was at a time.
Fucking. Let's just go to the show. I think we talk too much.
We probably do, but it's my favorite part for me.
Let us know. Did you guys want less chit chat? I am famous for speaking, but hey, if you just want me to talk about.
They're like, could you talk and not Emily? No, don't leave that comment.
I put famous in quotes.
When you're trying to lose weight or be healthier, all you can think about is food. All you think about is, when am I going to get my food? I'm so hungry. I wish I had more food. It is an absolute struggle. And if you're like me, you never want to do anything too extreme. If you go to the internet, it's like you need to drink all these weird powders and eat a field of mushrooms. And then you need to hold your breath and roll your eyes in the back of your head. We all are on that endless cycle of craving, indulge, guilt, repeat. It's exhausting and you don't deserve it. You want to feel good about what you're doing while you're doing it and not think about food. Well, this podcast is sponsored by Veracity. Welcome to an all-natural way to reduce cravings, get energized, key term, and sharpen your focus. Lord knows I need that. With Veracity's drug-free, clinically proven, and doctor-formulated solutions, you can support your body's needs to live your healthiest life. Veracity's Metabolism Ignite helps your body process glucose more efficiently, improving insulin sensitivity and keeps those spikes from happening in the first place. I love when something is scientifically legit but doesn't come with a warning label that makes me panic, and that is Metabolism Ignite by Veracity. So before Metabolism Ignite sells out again, control your cravings and boost your energy the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use code ELIZA for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. And make sure you use my promo code ELIZA so they know I sent you. I know what you're thinking. You're like, whatever I give my mom, she's going to love it. No, because you're not 5 and your mom's not dumb. Your mom is a person. She's a woman. She likes cool things. It's time to upgrade from the usual Mother's Day flowers and get your mom the gift that keeps on giving: memories. An Aura frame. Remember when your mom visited and you all went for Chinese food on Thanksgiving? Kind of, sort of. Well, your pictures remember it, and looking at an Aura frame will be the perfect way to remember all of these special memories. Little moments from maybe your childhood, things that meant something to you, a time your mom looked beautiful. She would love to be reminded of all of these moments on a rotating carousel of pictures in an Aura frame. Aura has free unlimited storage. You can add as many photos of all your beautiful memories as you like, and you can upload videos. You can preload photos before it ships. That way your mom can just open the box and everything is on there. She doesn't have to do anything. You can send photos using the Aura Frames app, and you can personalize your gift. Add a little message before it arrives. The gift box is included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box, no price tag. And you know you're gifting something of quality because Aura Frames reached #1 in the App Store on Christmas Day in 2025. Make Mother's Day special with Aura Frames. Named #1 by Wirecutter, you can save on the gifts moms love by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, customers can get $25 off their best-selling Carver matte frame with code Iliza. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code Iliza. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's a reminder that whatever you're going through, you don't have to go through it alone. I mean, I will tell you folks, I had a callback for a major motion picture with a major director the other day. And within 15 minutes, I got a phone call saying, you didn't get it. It was 9 lines, and I didn't get it. On the same day that I found out that a network fully rejected a pitch I sent in. To say that my self-esteem was crushed is an understatement. And I laid on the floor, and I let the tears flow for a little bit. And then I got up, and you know what I did at 3 o'clock? I had a session with my therapist. Because the truth is, I know what failure feels like. I eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I needed to talk to someone about reminding me who I am and what I came here to do. And I felt so much better about myself after I talked to this therapist. And then I went and had a fun dinner. Life is a journey, and some days feel good and other days feel overwhelming. And whatever it is that you're going through, the ups, the downs, the full-on rejection of your talent, no matter how hard you tried, there is someone out there for you to talk to. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences because you are special. You are unique. And BetterHelp's 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically pair you with the right therapist the first time. And if you're not happy with your match, hey, switch to a different therapist at any time because BetterHelp is easy like that. And with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. You don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Iliza. That's betterhelp.com/Iliza.
Okay, let's answer questions. I've been with my partner now for 6 years. We got engaged last year. He's a great guy. We have a similarly complex and deep perspective on life, being international people with multiple backgrounds and living in Italy together currently. He is 9 years older than me. The thing is, I feel pretty alone in this relationship as it's progressed. His perspective on partnership is we are separate individuals responsible for ourselves. I don't feel we act that way. We both shop for groceries, cook for each other, though maybe I do more of these things when I'm not traveling for work. We're both very caring and affectionate. And if we end up having a baby or buying a house, we will both be responsible for these things. When it comes to emotional things, he often makes me feel like
that.
Well, yeah. He often makes me feel like anything I'm going through, I should handle alone. Even when it involves him or something he said. I try to talk to him about it. He often says he doesn't understand or he doesn't like my tone. Even though I feel I know.
What cultures? I could take some guesses, but I don't want to.
They're both foreign and in Italy.
No. Okay, go on. Because I already have.
I feel I'm very understanding and genuinely want to talk through things calmly, giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he tells me I should figure it out myself and brushes me off. It's like he's triggered by any conversation about any emotion or about the future and often says I'm wasting his time and that he could be doing other things. I am saving for the future, even though I don't earn a lot, and I know he's also saving, but he's only worked part-time since I've known him. At first, we were both in grad school, but now he says he wants to focus on his music. And that's his job.
Cool.
Though he hasn't produced anything that could earn any money. I'm also not that focused on money or living a luxury lifestyle. I'm a bit of a hippie, but I want to buy my own land and build a house and have some security in that form. When I ask him concrete things about how he imagines the future, he absolutely balks. Talk to him about both of us transitioning to online jobs to facilitate a rural lifestyle. And he tells me to focus on myself and to do that if that's what I want to do and lay off him. That's also his response if I ask about savings. The thing is, I've been earning more than him for years now and have built a lot of different skills. I'm sure I would be able to transition into a new job easily, but his skills I'm less sure about. I also know he would be an incredible father.
Why do you know that? This guy sounds awful, emotionally unavailable, financially irresponsible, skillless, and indifferent.
He's expressed his desire for it. He's so loving and kind. He would be an incredible partner postpartum with everything except my hormonal fluctuations if they related to him at all.
Are you hearing yourself?
Ultimately, I just want to build a future with this man, but he seems unable to even envision his own future, let alone communicate one that includes me, so that leaves me feeling alone. He won't go to therapy, can't afford it, and is open about his distaste for it. The thing that keeps me with him,
he's so hot,
is that we have the best sex of my life.
There you go.
And he's incredibly wise and smart. I've met a lot of people in this world, and he's one of the most intriguing, even after all this time. Now, okay, wait, let me finish. What advice do you have for me? I know if I stay with him, I would be the primary breadwinner, would be responsible for pushing all of our future forward. He would decide to go along with it or not. I would even be okay with it if it's a dynamic we could talk about and he would hear me out.
But it's not.
No. Do I sound like I'm overly emotional?
Nope. First of all, it's very Italian that this guy is emotionally not there for you, yet very loving, and the sex is great. You have, as it is, first of all, you think he's deep because he's 9 years older than you. So he's lived more life than you. So you're like that young girl. I don't care. I mean, look, if he was like in his 60s and you were like 51, maybe that's different. But like you're looking up to him as if he has anything figured out. But what you just told me is this is just like a wandering pseudo artist who is emotionally unavailable, and all of the things that you are saying are positive about him are things that are yet to be proven. You don't know that he would be a good partner when you're like postpartum because he's not being a good partner now. And that's great that he's good at sex, and that's really cool in your 20s to have a relationship based on that, but you are trying to plan a future, and this man is screaming at you the type of man that he is. You are surviving off of droplets of water when what you need is a big ol' gulp, okay? This guy is offering nothing other than the sex is good. And I'm sorry, it just will not last forever. Like it's just not. You also share nothing culturally. It doesn't sound like you are of the same background culturally. And so you're not coming from the same places. And if you are, everything else I said still stands. You guys have nothing in common other than you both find him attractive.
Yeah.
And you have planned for everything. You will not be okay being the breadwinner and he's emotionally not there for you. And that's great that he's sweet and loving as long as you're not talking about stupid things like your future and the way that you feel. That is not a partner who just tells you to deal with it. It'd be one thing if you were like emotional and exhausting and every once in a while he's like, look, you really got to figure this out. But the way you are writing this out, and again, I don't know you or this guy, but the way that you've written it out makes it sound like anything that you say that isn't easy for him, he tells you to go fuck yourself.
I think the easiest thing to do to break free from this man and the hold he has over you is think if you have a child and your child goes to him like, I'm upset about something, and he tells your child like, fuck off, I don't care, go deal with it yourself. Like you'll be a lot less attracted to him when he's not just turning that lack of interest on you, but on your child. Don't have a child with him.
Or he's really into the child and he tells you to just deal with your postpartum, deal with your hormonal fluctuations. Oh, you're depressed? I don't want to hear about that. The baby's crying. Why can't you get it together? Why are you upset? Why do you feel weird? Why are you nervous about your child and the world and all of the weird things that happen to moms? Deal with it yourself. What you need to do is take all the money and skills that you've acquired, get your own place. And if you guys want to fuck casually, that sounds great. This is not the guy for you. Or do it and just be happy with being put upon, but don't say we didn't warn you. Ciao.
Hi, AI crew. I'm going to get straight to it. Characters are me and my partner, females 32, sister-in-law 32, brother 35, I think.
You're all the same age. Who cares?
It's just about, yeah. My sister-in-law has recently been diagnosed with cancer. The thing is, she hasn't told any immediate family. I found out through Facebook on a whim because I randomly logged in to search Marketplace. She hasn't reached out to my parents or me and my partner about it. She made a Facebook post, and a friend who she has had a history of drama with created a GoFundMe to raise $2,800 for chemotherapy. The situation seems weird to my partner and I because we are actively involved with my sister-in-law and brother's kids. We regularly plan day trips and host sleepovers. The other thing that irks us is how a week after she posted her diagnosis and GoFundMe, which she shares several times a day, she's bad at marketing. She made a post about how no one cares about what she is going through. How was any family supposed to care if we don't know? As a caveat, both my sister-in-law and brother know I am not active on Facebook. My last post was 2017, and my partner is not friends with either of them online. She would know that the likelihood of us seeing her posts is next to none. Here's a little background on my sister-in-law. She is someone who likes to play the victim at every turn and will do anything for attention. If you disagree with her or go against her in any way, you immediately become her enemy. She is the most dramatic person I've ever come across.
That I get.
You too.
I'm aligned.
She is the most dramatic person I've ever come across, and I only put up with her for the sake of keeping a relationship with my nieces and nephew. How the hell would you guys approach this situation? I have talked with my parents and know for a fact they have not been informed. I feel like I should say something, but I don't know what and I don't know how. Do I confront my sister-in-law? Do I say something to my brother? Please help. My partner and I are huge fans of Lies in the Pod. We look forward to any advice you guys come up with.
Ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
He doesn't have cancer. That's my red hot take. I know that sounds awful. And you know what? It's not like you're taking legal advice from me. Like I can say it. Hopefully not hopefully she has it, but that'd be great if she didn't lie about it.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Because I thought it, and then you were like, she's overly dramatic. She likes everything to be about her. These are all the micro machinations of someone who would lie about something like this. And it is not just because I lived through it with the guy that I dated that lied about his mom having cancer. It was only once I went through it that I learned how common it is.
Yeah.
For people to lie about it because nobody questions that. And she had a friend make it. It's interesting that you had the friend make it, but you're sharing.
I will say that's almost always how it is whenever I see GoFundMes. I think people think it looks better to have like a friend set it up. It's always like on behalf of this family, on behalf of this person. Because I think people always think it looks a little grubby.
Yeah, but you're sharing it multiple times a day, whatever.
Totally.
And you can't prove that she doesn't have cancer.
No.
What are you going to say? Like, show me your blood work? It's also for the chemotherapies, which means like it could go away. Like I did it quietly. No, my hair didn't fall out. Look, thank God I don't have cancer. No one in my family does. That's my hot take. You tune into this podcast for red hot takes.
How does she approach?
You call her and you're like, hey, I saw this. Do you want to let us know what's going on? I don't know why you wouldn't just call and be like, oh my God, are you okay? I think she's not telling her immediate family. I think she's hoping that if she does have cancer, that you'll be like, oh my God, how are you? So give that to her. Let's say she does have cancer and she doesn't want to talk about it and it's easier to ask strangers. Great. Why wouldn't you just call her and be like, how are you? And then see if she's weird about it. She also, putting a pin in my theory, all things can be true. She can be dramatic and annoying and make things about her and also have something awful.
Mm-hmm.
And you already help out and stuff, but I just think the deliciousness of being like overtly kind to her and then like it goes into remission or she never talks about it again. And then you get to snack on the fact that she had secret fake cancer.
My first thought was, which is, speaks to our system. I was like, God, $2,800 is so low for, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's all she needs for her cancer treatment. Which does make me think a little bit it's fake, like an amount she can get away with. I also think if you knew for sure it was fake, the most delicious thing you could do would be, you donate to a GoFundMe, it puts your name on there. You donate $1 and go, I know you're lying, bitch, is your name. But obviously don't do that. That's insane.
You would never do that. But I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah.
Call her and be like, hey, I don't accuse her. Be like, you didn't tell me. I'd be like, I saw your post. Are you okay? What's going on?
Can we do anything? Can we start a meal train?
You love meal trains. Can we run a train on you? And I'm sorry, but like, if I had cancer and I had children, I would not be sitting there like, no one cares what I'd be so focused on getting better, the future. Like, that's such a weird, nobody cares, but you didn't tell anyone. But that's also, she gets to say nobody cares.
I think though that there is something I take, not pleasure, but reading the stories of people who've like faked these things And the lengths they'll go to and the messages they'll write and what they'll do to fake something, whether it's an illness or a pregnancy or what. I'm just like, ooh.
Can you keep us updated, please? And can you send us the GoFundMe just so we can
look?
Because we have like no social life. So if you could just send it so we can do some investigatory work, and maybe we could look at her Facebook page.
Yeah, let us stalk her.
Yeah, give us that info.
We'll see if she has cancer. I'll start calling doctors in her area.
I'll let you know. And I don't want to hear it was like skin cancer on my arm. That doesn't count.
But wear sunscreen.
All right.
Dear Iliza, Baby Arm, Hot Scotty, Richard Bashir, Glenn Millie, and the rest of the crew. I've been listening to your podcast since 2019. This is my first question. I do not believe you have heard it before.
Richard Bashir.
I am female, 28, accountant. I just got off of tax season. The receptionist just had her first tax season with us, and as office worker day is approaching, I want to get her a nice gift to say thank you for being the barrier to so much human contact for me and the rest of the office.
Well, as an accountant, you don't sign up for that. So that was her job to run interference.
She worked major overtime these past few months. She's in her 40s, divorced with a teenage son. I picked up a gift card at Massage Luxe, and I was planning to give it to her as a thank you for helping us through this stressful time. Here's something to help you feel better now that it's over. Is that a weird gift to give another coworker? Thank you for your show. Love listening. I have tickets to see you in St. Charles, Missouri. I was actually happy to see the date change to a Friday night.
Great.
Instead of the night before I drive to Wisconsin early the next day for my cousin's wedding reception. So we did that for you, listener. Iliza changed her show.
I knew you had a really boring drive ahead of you. It's not weird because you're a woman and women can give intimate things to women, like my housekeeper who gave me underwear.
What kind?
Like all kinds. Like with the tags on, but like very lacy Victoria's
Lacy?
Maybe because she like washes my sad thong. She was like, this poor woman like has like giant hugs, but like
Iliza, I didn't know that she washes your clothes and she brought you new ones. It's just like, ugh.
Like that's so like, I mean, maybe, or she just thought I'd like it, but it like ranges from like a lacy number to like a sporty thong. Like there's like 5 different kinds, but regardless, everyone's weirded out. I'm like, it is weird to give me a gift at all as your employer, given that you are my housekeeper and that
it wasn't
feels
a
like
gift. It was a suggestion.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I still haven't worn it because I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I think giving her a massage with the like note of like, it's time to relax, not like think of me when you're getting rubbed down. I think it's okay. It's not a guy giving it to a girl, which is also kind of okay.
I think in this instance, when it was such a stressful thing, it's not just like she just got off or it's a regular week at the cubicle farm and you're like, why don't you relax? It's like, hey, we just had our hardest time of year.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
Don't get her underwear.
Maybe for the Patreon, I'll show you the underwear.
Oh my God, please.
That's what we'll do.
Okay, thank you. This show continues to just be what I want.
Okay. I'll send it to you.
Okay. From the Patreon, do I tell people about my dream? Insert classic. I know. Well, that's the initial. Yeah, I was like, oh, is it like a sex dream or is it like my school was different than my school? My question is pretty simple. Do I tell people about my dream for the future? I have a dream about opening my own business the next few years, which will be a rather large investment for me, equivalent to a very nice car purchase in money terms. And doing so would give me guaranteed job stability as well as a freedom I have never known before but always wanted. I'm not woo-woo-y in any sense, but it seems anytime I ever tell people about things I am planning on doing, magically they seem to crumble and never come to fruition. I've been keeping my dream a secret to almost everyone. And even now as I type this, I can feel a weight not unlike depression beginning to set on me like, whoops, I guess it's over now. But I'm a different person now and I won't let this defeat me. I honestly don't know what I'm afraid of in telling people. And I think back to your say nothing, get nothing phrase often. Telling people would most likely help me, but I worry that if I can't do it, then it's just going to become another thing I hyped up only for it to not end up happening. I'd love to hear your take, maybe some words of encouragement. Thank you, Banana Mouse.
Banana Mouse. Thank you for
Bananimous.
having me. Oh, I like Banana Mouse.
I think it's either.
Couple things. You should always talk about your dreams. Like you should always talk about the things that you want. And if you were a metaphysical, spiritual person, you would be like, you speak them into existence, you manifest them. There's that whole camp. But I do think saying it, visualizing it, envisioning it, talking about it more, getting feedback, getting ideas. And also, if it's something you're really committed to, it kind of socially holds you accountable because you don't want to like lie in front of all these people. I do wonder if your past things that you were doing, if those were goals that had variables that were a little less in your control. Like I'm going to be an actor. It's like you can, but you need so many people to say yes. So it might not be for lack of trying. It's just, it's contingent upon other people agreeing to allow you to act. But you're starting your own business, which means it's your money. I think you'll see, it's not that it's easy to start a business. I don't know why I think it's a restaurant. And it is hard to be an entrepreneur. But if it's your money, you are in charge of so much more of it. And so I would just push out of your mind when you were younger and you said you were going to be a juggler in the park or take up calligraphy or whatever else. This is different. And if you're really determined and you have a plan, learn from the past. What mistakes did I make? Am I actually passionate? Do I see myself doing this in 5 years? And talk about it with everyone. And if you fail, you fail. But like, who says that it's wrong to fail? Like it would be a bummer, but nobody's going to like think less of you for going after your dream. Many people don't go after their dreams ever and they just stay as dreams.
Especially because you're not saying, oh, I'm worried about the business failing. I'm worried about this. You're just worried about start. It sounds like you're like, it's this amount of money. Then I'll be my own boss. Nowhere are you like, oh, if I don't do this in the first 3 months, it sounds like your business plan is rock solid and you're just scared to start it or to just do. Don't worry, do it. You have the money.
Or it's not. What is it? Have you gone on Shark Tank?
Cupcake store.
Let us help you. My dream. That was every millennial's dream at one point was to
remember that was Kristen Wiig's job in Bridesmaids.
Very millennial.
Cupcake store closed. Exactly. Like,
because no one really needs a bake shop, but it is a nice thing to have.
Right. Yeah. That's your disposable income is not going there.
Yeah. What are you doing? What's the business? And it's not guaranteed, by the way.
No, it's not.
So that makes me worried. What are you doing? Banana Mouse.
But also we support you.
I don't know why cell phone bills are so expensive. Like we all need a cell phone. We all need the internet. We all need text. We all need to send emails. Nothing will send me into a frenzy quicker than when I get the monthly text from my cell phone provider. And they're like, by the way, we upcharged you because you did this one thing. It should be cheaper. And you should stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. These are not rules of the universe. This is not physics. Cell phone companies just charge you what they want because they can get away with it. Well, Mint Mobile exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And all plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Get up on that 5G network. Bring your own phone and your number. Activate with the eSIM in minutes and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts. Ditch that old overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I love Mint Mobile and I have suggested it to many family members because we should all be paying less for our wireless. If you like money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Iliza. That's mintmobile.com/Iliza. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. You wake up and your first thought is, okay, should I do yoga? Should I drink warm water with lemon? Should I have a cup of coffee? Should I have my greens? Should I have a powder? Should I have something like vitamins? Should I have a billion tabs of vitamins? What should I do when I'm done taking those vitamins? Should I eat something then? Should I fast? What should I do? Am I eating enough? Am I getting enough fiber? Am I getting enough vitamins? I don't know. Well, between travel, the longer days of summer coming up, and everything just kind of being crazy all the time, you don't have time. I don't have time for complicated wellness routines. Grunes simplifies it, covering vitamins and minerals, greens, and prebiotics in one easy grab-and-go step. The name Grunes sounds funny, but there's nothing funny about convenient, comprehensive formulas packed into a snack pack of gummies. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great. It's a daily snack pack of gummies because you can't fit the amount of nutrients Grune does into just one gummy. Plus, it makes it a fun treat. You know, it's vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, No artificial colors or flavors. Generic multivitamins only contain around 7 to 9 vitamins. Grunes have 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 ingredients, which include nutrient-dense and whole foods. It's low sugar, or they have a sugar-free option. And it includes 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is 3 times the amount of dietary fiber compared to the leading greens powders, and more than 2 cups of broccoli. I think this is a great way to get all the nutrition you need in a fun way. Grunes ingredients have gut health, beauty, energy, immunity, recovery, cognition benefits, and Grunes ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications. Save up to 52% off with code Iliza at grunes.co. That's code Iliza at gruns.co.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
Why did I search the internet for answers to my cold sore problem? Now I'm stuck down a rabbit hole filled with images of alarmingly graphic sores in various stages of ooze. I can clear my search history, but I can never unsee that.
Don't go down the rabbit hole. Amazon Health AI gets you the right care fast. Healthcare just got less painful.
Hello, Eliza and Emily. My alias can be Heather, and I'm from Maine. I come to your shows every time you come all the way up here, Eliza. The first time you're up here, you put on your Insta story something about the seagulls being a lot. And now I notice them more. You're right. They are a lot.
They're aggressive.
I am a 30-year-old female who just got married to my husband, 32-year-old male, in April. I'm now pregnant with my first child, and I'm 6 weeks along. We decided to tell parents, and my mother-in-law has zero chill about it. She's already told her sister, which I'm not too upset about. Mother-in-law is divorced and single, so telling one trusted person is understandable. She really wants us to announce it at the post-wedding barbecue she is throwing us, where I will be only 7 weeks. Side note, we had a very small wedding at City Hall, just immediate family and a couple close friends. Okay. Mother-in-law was not pleased at first because she wanted her family and friends there, but was fine with it in the end, hence why she feels the need to throw us this barbecue with her side of the family. My husband has told her no to announcing in the barbecue and that it's too soon.
Yeah.
She was disappointed, but took it okay. She has now downloaded a pregnancy app and is telling me every week how big the baby is and what's happening, even though I have my own pregnancy app. Now she's texting.
I'd like to think they have the same information. That'd be weird if one's like, it's a watermelon. You're like, it's a peach.
But maybe it's the same size, but it's like one's like it's a bobblehead, the other's like it's a banana.
Right. It's a cantaloupe. No, it's a honeydew.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Now she's texting my husband and I, calling our baby the new Smith family member. Smith is a fake last name, but that is my mother-in-law's maiden name. It's not going to be our baby's last name. Oh, okay. So she's calling it the
weird.
mother-in-law's maiden name. It's not going to be our baby's last name, and it's not my former last name, so it's not going to be a Smith. I understand she's excited, but this is still so early, and I'm in a very cautious and sensitive state right now. This is all just rubbing me the wrong way. Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones, but I'm really pissed about it on top of everything else. I just want to scream, it's my baby, not anyone else's. If you have any advice on how to deal with her in a loving way, I would appreciate it. Is there some sort of job I can assign her? Should I have my husband talk with her again and tell her to chill? Maybe we just really fucked up in telling her so soon. Any advice on dealing with family, mostly parents, during your first pregnancy? I would greatly appreciate it. Much love to you both. Not really, Heather.
Heather, I feel bad because she's not doing anything bad or mean. We've definitely had worse on this podcast. And when I first started reading this, I was like, oh no, she's going to do something embarrassing. She's so excited. It sounds like this is her like only son. I could be wrong, but this is definitely her first grandchild. You have to let her be. I know we're like in this place where it's like in the whatever the mom says, and you're going to be the mom, and you can tell everyone to fuck off. The thing that we're missing as women, as adult women, is the agency to tell people how we're feeling. It is not your responsibility how this person feels about how you're feeling. You are right. You do not tell people that you are pregnant 7 weeks in, okay? I guess, what is it, like 12 or 16? Why can't I remember?
It's longer, yeah.
Whatever it is. I think there is nothing wrong. You and your husband, always include him so he can deal with the fallout. Sit down and be like, she's so excited for you. And you will want a mother-in-law who's excited. You will want her to want to be there and help you. And for me, a big part of being a mother is letting other women be the kind of mothers that they are around me and around my children. as long as they're positive people. I find letting each grandmother, we have 4 grandmas because all of our parents are divorced, letting them each be the type of grandma that they are. Letting your kids be around that, so she's letting her do all this as long as it's comfortable for you. So I sat down and be like, we really don't want to tell people. I'm so cautious. Obviously I could lose this baby. I don't think I will, but I want you to hold off until we are in the clear. And I think as a woman who's had a baby, she will understand that. If not, then your husband can deal with it. But I think if you say this to her from like kind of a cautious place, she doesn't sound like a monster. It sounds like she'll hear that. And then you need to let her celebrate you. Let her throw that, maybe push the baby shower back a little bit, or let her throw the baby shower.
Yeah.
Ask her, maybe she wants to go baby clothes shopping. Let her in. She sends you a picture of how old a thing about how old the baby is. Just send a thumbs up or don't respond at all. Let her know where you are mentally and then just go from there. Also, put your husband on that group so it's the 3 of you. That way you don't have to respond.
Yes, I think anything she sends you about the baby, it's like, hey, can you send it to both of us? But think of the app as her little task. Like you want something to keep her occupied. She's liking getting those updates each week and sending them to you. That's her little task. That's her way of being involved. She can text you and say, it's as big as a ring light. Like,
I don't know. I don't know this woman. I had a very positive experience and continue to have with my mother-in-law. And like when I got home from the hospital, like she had made us food and I like ate half of a chicken and then went in the shower and cried on my knees for like 30 minutes. Having her there, having her as like a full grandma that like full chicken that like makes food, always is like, I don't even know my daughter's shoe size. And she's like, I'm going to get Sierra some shoes. Like she's just involved. I give her a key to the house. I'm like, have at it.
Yeah.
Not every woman is like that and not every grandma is like that. But if you come from a place of this woman's so excited for you, if you are, a little bit of vulnerability goes a long way. And if you sit with her and you confide in her, like, I'm just really nervous. Obviously, I've never done this before. I'm going to want your help, but I would really just like to take this slowly. I guarantee she will be so honored that you let her in and she will hear you.
And this doesn't discount, I think if I was this woman, this grandma reaching out to me all the time would feel like an immense amount of pressure. And I understand that. She's not meaning it to be. It's that thing of like, if you hate somebody and then they're chewing crackers, you're pissed they're chewing crackers. Like when somebody annoys you, everything they do annoys you. Based especially on other mother-in-laws we see or other mothers we see, she means it so lovingly. And you mean it lovingly. You're asking how to handle this lovingly. You just have to not be as annoyed by it. And I'm sorry, as someone annoyed by everyone, I'm sorry to say it.
I was surprised you said that. Yeah. What you need to do is release some of the pressure. You need to let her know emotionally where you're standing because you're scared. And that's why you're like, please don't send me all this because you don't know about your baby yet. And in 6 months, you might be a little bit better. And then you don't want to get excited because you're afraid you might lose it. And you don't want to have gotten excited. I'm here to tell you, go ahead and get excited because it's going to be okay. And there's a child trying to break in my office.
You got to put a foot on the door.
Let her know. Oh, it was the dog.
Oh.
Just walked right in. Anyway, that's just from a loving place. And it's rare that Emily and I agree on this kind of stuff. But yeah.
I know.
That's it.
Okay. So you posted in Patreon the other day, Iliza, some like decrepit carrots. So I think this question comes at a good time from the Patreon. Someone said, hi, OG listener. You don't need to use my name or anything. Just enjoy some of your stories. So very anonymous. Tell us your worst artist relation story, unfulfilled rider, crazy person, bait and switch venue, etc. Also, what venue is on your bucket list, if any, like MSG, The Sphere, Red Rocks? Now, Iliza, I'm very interested in a rider. I think it's very fascinating. Sometimes they'll put out articles that are like, here's what this person asks for. Here's what that person asks for. Yours has evolved.
I have something to say about writers, but you asked me, I thought about this, like a nightmare celeb story.
Yeah.
I know good PR, and I'm not about to sit here and tell you people that I know are unhinged, people that have I'm not going to do any of that, but I will save it for the Patreon. I am ready to share the story about my horrible experience on The View.
Oh my God. Okay. So The View and underwear. This is the best episode of Patreon.
It's going to be extra juicy. So we're going to save that for Patreon.
Okay.
We can talk about writers. I side with the artist on the writer. Now, we all know the reason writers are complicated is to make sure that if you have like a tech heavy show that people are reading it. And I am also here to tell you
That is,
as the artist, that a lot of times they don't. So I don't blame, Motley Crue for wanting green M&Ms or whoever it was.
yes.
I have 2, maybe 3 music cues in my show. It's when Hunter goes on, when he goes off, when I go on. Actually, when he and then when I come off. Almost impossible to nail all 4 because people don't do their jobs. And the amount of shows where I'm like, where was the music? Like there was a tech check. I hired a tour manager and it's always some guy. I always side with the artist. I also side with the artist. This is a spiritual thing. It is a physically taxing thing that you're doing. I know people think celebrities are like divas who just make billions of dollars, whatever. Sometimes you need to get into a headspace. So if you are a singer and what gets you in that space is lit candles and certain comforts, and you need that to prepare, then that's what you should have because that's what people are paying for. I am a rat and have performed in enough rooms and types of venues that I can pretty much wake up from a flu and walk on stage, and I've done it a billion times. I also don't enjoy forcing people to get a bunch of bullshit for me that I don't need. Like some comics are like, I need a brand new pair of sneakers. I need 15 of this, whatever this. I need to have a certain type of meat, a certain thing. And then a lot of times it goes untouched. I don't like waste.
No.
And I don't like eating garbage. For a while, I had a blender on there because I was like making my own smoothies. I was trying to do whatever. My writer is, I think there's a Red Bull on there, but I don't even drink it anymore. I think it's like carrots. And this is so sad, but about 2 years ago, I had someone open for me. And this opener had a writer. And I remember thinking like, where do you get off having a writer? You're the opener. But on her writer, and she was lovely, was a charcuterie board. And it took me, I've been doing comedy for 18 years. And it took this random girl who opened for me at a random casino for me to be like, I guess I could treat myself. So now I have it on the writer. And you would be shaken how often it is absolutely horrible. Like,
no, I'm not surprised at all.
I guess in my mind, like there'll be a girl in charge and she'll go to in the writer, like it has to be from a nice place. Like do not go and get me a deli platter from Ralph's. I was in Vegas the other night and it was just a platter of ham and sliced turkey. I was like, am I a house cat? Like, why would I am I making a sandwich? Like, am I a part of like a mafia crew and it's a game night? Like, why am I making a sandwich?
You used to have a vegetable tray on your writer, but I feel like those would always be just like the grocery store, like kind of old one with the ranch.
And it was just like raw broccoli.
Yeah.
So it'll usually be like fun local snacks, but like sometimes if you're in like Nebraska, that's going to be a rough hang. So my tour manager kind of like intervenes. It's just having like little crackers, snacks, little sniggety snacks. That's all that's there. Hand sanitizer, because I meet people, and gum, because I like to chew gum when I think. Yeah. That's really it. But I am a stickler for those like 4 things. And glass bottles of water.
Glass bottles of water. So I wanted to remind you that I think that's when we first fell in love with Scott, Audio Scott, Hot Scotty, is that when we used to record at the first place this podcast happened, he would go out of his way to make sure you had glass water bottles because they didn't have them. And what did he find? He found for your dad once. Not only did he bring you glass water bottles, but Fred came in Fresca. And I think it was so nice. We really don't, Scott. You're the best. But those glass water bottles, you know, that's something that you're cognizant of.
Somewhere between this is like a fun little treat and practicality. Like I don't want a bunch of stuff. I don't like wasting it. If it's too big of a fruit platter, I always or charcuterie board, I try to give it to people. If there's snacks I don't eat, I give them to people.
I've been backstage with you for shows where I think it's also like, maybe it's not the exact thing, but it's like, if they're respectful and they're getting you something, like you're never flipping out.
Also, like I did say, we need to like spiritually like get in whatever, but you're there for an hour. Eat before or go eat after. Like it is not essential. If you have 2 shows, it's different. You have to bring in dinner, but like, let's not act like we're running a marathon.
I remember hearing, I forget who,
I
but
don't
there
even
was
have alcohol on my rider because I don't fucking
you don't
need
drink
it.
before a show.
Oh, or after. Like,
or you can go get alcohol somewhere else. You're going to hang out at the green room. I mean, there was although you know what, you very nicely had a closed bottle of wine you cracked for my mom when you came to the Fox. Because I think they gave it to you.
It's Hunter's because he has it on his rider.
Classy, man. Well, then Hunter very nicely cracked a bottle. My mom was so in love with Hunter.
He should have shared it. He should not be drinking a bottle of red wine by himself. Okay. But I will say, I did see on there, you asked for like the celeb story. Because it's a tough thing. I don't believe in talking shit about other famous people just to like hope to get clicks. I don't think people realize that fame doesn't work this way. Like you don't tear someone down and then you absorb their fame. But I think this is low stakes enough because I don't think these people are on the show anymore. And it genuinely, like they were genuinely really horrible. And I'm telling it years later, not in the middle of like a controversy. Like there's no reason to tell it now other than like, why shouldn't I be able to express this? So go to our Patreon to hear about one of my worst experiences in television.
Oh my God. Well, there are a lot of people that I've heard several worst experiences in television that were on that show specifically. Hi, Iliza, Emily, Elle, the little ones, and Hot Scotty. Can we hear it?
Hot Scotty number one, Hot Scotty. Hot Scotty number two, Hot Scotty.
I've seen Iliza every year live since 2018 and saw your All Set Things Aside tour in 2022 in DC.
I love that.
I am 44, female. My ex-boyfriend is 48, male, both retired Air Force. How we met.
Yes. Thank you for your service. So hot. Okay.
We were together for 8 years. First 2 long distance. We were both previously married, had no interest in doing that again. We were happy just being together. Our kids are around the same age. We became empty nesters around the same time. I had my daughter at 18, and when she left for college, I moved across the country to be with him. I have basically never been single for more than 6 months since I've been 16. As a reminder, she is 44 now. Most were long-term relationships. I didn't parade a bunch of men in and out of my daughter's life. And he was with his ex-wife for about 10 years. My ex is an incredible man, kind, considerate, thoughtful, sweet, selfless, all the other wonderful adjectives. We never fought, got along great, were genuinely happy. The main issue I had was that we had different interests, which is fine for couples, but they were really the only thing we did together other than watch shows or movies or go out to dinner. He's big into D&D, video games, and long, like 12-hour board game sessions with friends at our house. I am Iliza. I know a hot couple that plays board games together. I am more outdoorsy, hiking, camping, hunting, but we balanced it well. He'd go hiking with me. I'd play board games with him. But around year 7, I just didn't enjoy how we were spending our time anymore. Yeah. As an indoor boy, he didn't really love hiking. I didn't enjoy games. We just did them for each other. I told him how I was feeling. Being the wonderful man he is, we scaled back the gaming and I started taking solo walks with my dogs. But then I felt like he was sacrificing something that brought him so much joy, especially since he worked from home and weekends were his main in-person social outlet. Even with the changes, I still wasn't happy and eventually realized the bigger issue was I was more happy being alone. This might come off as whiny or selfish, but my whole adult life revolved around my daughter and or a partner. And for the first time, I wanted to do only what I wanted when I wanted, without considering anyone else. So I ended it. It's been over a year since we broke up. I love the independence and peace. We haven't really talked since, just logistical stuff since we owned a house together. I haven't dated anyone during this time and have genuinely been so happy, but I can't shake the feeling I may have walked away from something really rare and good and don't want to regret ending it just because we had different hobbies. Did I not try hard enough to enjoy what he liked or put too much stock in needing to enjoy each other's hobbies? Do I reach out and see if there's still something there, or is this just nostalgia for a great relationship?
I can't answer that for you.
I can.
But, well, I mean, I can. You went from one relationship to another and you said yourself you've been in relationships pretty consistently since you were 16. I don't think it's the worst thing that you're by yourself for the first time and that you're liking it. And I think it's normal to have a little bit of like the what if syndrome. And yeah, what if this guy was great? And now that you go back, you're like, okay, I guess our hobbies weren't a big deal. In the moment they were. Not even the moment. For a few years it was a big deal. Noah and I have almost nothing in common. We do not have the same hobbies, but we're able to connect on other things. And so it sounds like you guys weren't finding time to connect at all, given that your hobbies are all consuming. Like hunting is hours long, 12-hour board game sessions. Like it just doesn't leave time for the other person. And it's not about having hobbies together, but it is about genuinely enjoying the little time you have together throughout the week. I think you don't need to be in a rush to run back to him. I don't think it's a big deal. If you, now that you're separated, talk again. Maybe you just needed to recontextualize your relationship. Maybe you needed to show yourself that you enjoyed being alone and then had the strength to go back, and maybe you could be alone while you're still with him. You could figure it out. You're not having kids. You can be together. You're 44 and 48. Like there's no rush. And if you float it to him and he's like, yeah, I think that'd be great, then great. And if he's like, no, the feeling's gone, then you know that it's gone. But it doesn't sound like any of this is too caustic or like that you can't broach the subject with him. And I'm not a big fan of like, you need to be alone for a while, but it sounds like you did and you're loving it. And now you're nervous you're going to be alone forever. Can you try going on another date with someone else?
Who hikes?
Dig deep. Like, are you okay with go? I think it's that thing where you're like, no, and I guess I would be okay with it if we got back together. Probably not. You'd probably still be as bored and miserable. But sometimes people do need a break and then you come back together and maybe you guys were just doing too much apart that was super boring to the other person.
I think very rarely does this happen, but I believe it's happened that your hobbies were just such like, there was no crossover in this Venn diagram, because if you just like to go for like a Saturday hike and then get brunch, that's not the same as someone who also goes hunting. Like you're out there in the woods for God knows how long. He's not just like, hey, I like to play D&D once a week. He's like, I want a 12-hour board game set. You both are very passionate about your hobbies, which is totally, there are board games that last that long. They are just not compatible. You are outdoorsy. He is not. And you're not medium outdoorsy. You're super outdoorsy.
You're killing an elk. It's also like, well, when he does his 12-hour board game session, is that when you can go hunting? But what you, I think, want is someone to do these things with. That's kind of the point of being married. It'd be one thing if he went and played racquetball for an hour on Sundays, but these are like marathon hobbies. So I think you're just like, I'm alone now and I'm missing companionship. Maybe you go out there and you find someone that can do that with you. Because if you had someone who was just as lovely as him and he liked your hobbies, you'd be much happier.
All anyone wants to do on a date is hike, and I avoid those people on the dating apps, so it limits my pool. Because if I see a guy that's a fitness trainer, I'm like, great, we can't go out. We're not going to be compatible. Like this is not, like. I
do think hiking is a character flaw. That being said, my husband's always like, I'd love to go on a hike. I'm like, is there a snack?
At the end, I have hiked around the reservoir for a snack.
Yeah, I know I said in this you could reach back out. But I think you will get more of the same. I think what you're wanting is you're like Goldilocks. Like you were with someone too much. Now you're not with anyone. I think you need to find the porridge that is just right. Top of the cup.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
I got there first. How'd that feel? Real bad.
Good.
All right. Felt good? Great. You're like, I love pain.
Okay. Bottom of the cob.
I have the best bottom. I'm going to go first.
You want to go first? Okay.
I hate when people woo when you take your shirt off. Like you have a sports bra, or if you're on stage and you take off your sweatshirt and like your shirt and your jacket off, and people are like woo, because it's always a woman. It's like faux empowering sexuality, feminism, and I can't stand it. I think it's dumb. Your friend goes, let me just take off my jacket. Whoa, take it off. You're like, it's a sweatshirt and there's another sweatshirt under it.
It is just, there's something kind of infantilizing about it. It's
so dumb. It's like clapping when someone breaks a dish. Like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah. That's so rude when people do the dish thing. Well, there's another in the same family that like How I Met Your Mother actually like coined, like woo girls, which is girls at the bar that are just like woo, like it's kind of just you don't have anything to say.
Yeah, woo.
No, you don't. Woo. But you do. You're taking your shirt off a lot, Iliza, for crowds apparently.
No, a jacket, a sweatshirt. You realize you get too hot, and there's always gonna be some dumb woman that's just like, yeah,
get those abs out.
They're always straight. You'll never hear a self-respecting lesbian be like, yeah.
No, because that's disrespectful. Okay. Right. Bottom from a listener that 99% of our listeners are going to relate to because it's about working in a hospital. Bottom, started a new job at a hospital and one of the patient care techs literally doesn't do her effing job. But somehow this is okay. other nurses on the floor told me so-and-so is working, so we're on our own. I know everyone is short-staffed, but it infuriates me that someone who works in healthcare so blatantly doesn't do her job and help the patients. Still trying to figure out how to not let it get to me.
Yeah. Some nurses are truly awful. Yes, I can tell you. Every business. Yeah.
For every great one, there's like a Nurse Ratched or Kathy Bates in Misery.
Counterpoint, Nurse Ratched actually was very skilled. She was just a bad person.
Nasty. Yeah. Well, my bottom is medical related, kind of. So I did wind up meeting with my psychiatrist, even though it wasn't at 11:30 p.m. But the thing that I hate now about like going to a therapist every week and then I have to meet with the psychiatrist every few months or they won't fill my prescription is there's like a frankness in the conversation that I hate having. And it's just, it's just like, so how are you doing? What's your weight? What's going on? Are you eating? I'm like, no, it's all. That's what she asked me today. She's like, what's your weight?
What is your weight?
I was like, no. I was just like,
scale under your chair.
That's how I get paid. Depends on the weight.
By the pound.
By the pound. No, but it's just like, and it's not that because I always thought it was so annoying at the doctor. They'll be like, you don't have to look at your weight. We're just going to write it down. I'm like, no, I want to know, like I'm working, but you know, the psychiatrist is basically making sure, hey, I don't want to just medicate you. I want to make sure, are you eating better? Are you doing things? Are you meditating? Are you doing things to cause less stress? She's totally right. But having to check in with her and then the therapist every week, are you going out and trying to talk to people? Are you being are you being a basic human? It's just like, I hate having this conversation, even though I know it's good for me.
Oh. I would feel that you would love reporting like, yeah, I went to a thing and I did I feel like you would
I love having the floor. Yeah.
Right.
But
you can't have it both ways, Emily. You got to share.
I mean, yeah, I can tell. I'll tell a funny story and then she's like, okay, but and I'm like, all right, I guess we have to talk about it.
We'll razzle dazzle. Are you annoyed because you're like, I'm having to justify that I'm a human deserving medication? Like you're having to sing for your supper?
Yeah, I like the therapist more. The psychiatrist, it bothers me because it really is just, what do you weigh? Are you meditating? Are you sleeping? What's going on? Did you take all your pills? Can I prescribe more?
You're like, what is this? A first date?
She does not think I'm funny at all. My therapist does. My psychiatrist doesn't. And I'm just like.
My therapist thinks I'm so funny.
He's so good. It's so good when a therapist laughs. I'm like,
this might sound unprofessional, but I gave my therapist tickets to my show.
Good.
And she came. She brought a date. I was like, I'm fine with it. I'm not losing my mind. Yeah, whatever. Didn't give me a discount, but she came.
No.
All right. Since you're feeling so sad, do you do your top first?
My top is I got boiled peanuts yesterday. In that I went over to my parents' house for dinner because they usually make me one meal a week that has a vegetable. We had chickpea salad. My dad goes, I got something today for you, kiddo. And I was like, what? And he pulls out a hot bowl of boiled peanuts. And I was like,
from where?
Me?
From where? Behind his back?
He walks the dog to a farmer's market every Sunday. And I guess there's a stand that sells them. So he got them. And then I said, hey, I'm headed over. So he microwaved them so they were ready when I got there.
He didn't boil them?
They were already boiled. He'd bought them that morning. So they were wet and cold.
Parboiled,
a little treat. A little treat for me. Top of the cob from a listener is started a new kids story time at a local DIY craft studio. I mean, a 5x5 backdrop that the kids can interact with. Barn doors open, reveal barnyard friends, etc. She put this in the Share Your Cob thread on Patreon, and it's super cute. It's this full interactive, 5x5 feet. That is big. That's so cool. And the kids can open it and mess with it. What an accomplishment, and to see kids using it. So that's a great top of the cob.
We love a interactive moment. My top of the cob was going to be performatively reading in front of my children so they could see that I wasn't on my phone, I was reading. And they didn't care. But the point is they saw it. Mm-hmm. But I think I'll make my top of the cob. I have been doing this raw material show where I get to work out new material and getting a lot of really fun comics on it. And we've been doing it at Hotel Cafe, but they're moving. So we are moving our show. The last one will be at Hotel Cafe May 11th, but then our new home is going to be at this really cool coffee shop called Reunion & Co. in Los Feliz, and they sell wine, and it's a beautiful coffee shop. So starting May 18th, The show is also it's still at 7 p.m. at Reunion & Co. So come on down and maybe make some friends. And my other top of the cob is Slow Sunday has launched. So please sign up for it. It's a little newsletter from me about how you can have a great Sunday because I'm very protective of those things. And I had the best Slow Sunday yesterday. Noah was out of town and I found some book in my house and I was like, I'm going to read this. And I got so into it and I read all day and I told my kids to just figure it out. And they did. And like everyone just kind of did their own thing. And I was like, this is so peaceful.
Oh, that's nice.
Until it wasn't. Yeah. And I'll see you over on the Patreon with my underwear.